After over a decade of being a CrossFit coach and personal trainer, I ditched the gym for workouts at home. But even for a fitness instructor, working out alone can be tough. So I invite you to work out with me. Hey everyone, Erin here with So Pumped Fitness. Welcome back to the garage. Today's workout is specifically designed for people who work out at home and don't have actual workout equipment, who think that maybe they can't weight train because they don't have that classical workout equipment, but I'm gonna prove you wrong today. Of course, if you do have strength training equipment such as dumbbells, barbells, kettlebell, you can absolutely still do this workout today. I'm just saying no one is left out here. Today's workout is gonna combine deadlift, which is picking up an object from the floor to standing, the same movement that you would do when you're picking up a suitcase, with power cleans, which is picking up an object from the ground and then dynamically jumping it up to our shoulders. This is a very similar movement to picking up a child from the ground and kind of using your momentum to pop that child up to shoulder height. And then we're also doing sit-ups, which we all do every single day whenever we sit up out of bed. And that is why we call these functional movements. We are training the movements that our lives actually require of us. And we're putting the movements together at high intensity, burning calories as we go. Now, because today's workout is geared toward people who don't have classical workout equipment, I am going to be showing some creative ways to do deadlifts and power cleans. Today, I'm going to be deadlifting a bag of mulch, and I'll be doing my power cleans with books. Your possibilities are endless. Literally walk around your house, walk around your garage, walk around wherever you are that you're working out, and think about what is heavy, what is something that I can hold on to that adds a little bit of weight. This can be cans of paint, putting canned items from your pantry into a canvas grocery bag and lifting that. This can be boxes of cat litter. Oh my gosh, those cat litters that are square that have the little handle on top that look like suitcases, those are perfect for deadlifting. Cans of food from the pantry, they weigh about 1 pound each. A thick book off your shelf. And the bonus of this is when you're using an odd object, there's no nice little handle, so your grip is working as well. And this is gonna blow your mind. When I was in college, I heard this study that just stuck with me, that the biggest correlation between seniors' health and needing to put them in a nursing home or assisted living was their grip strength and their hip strength. And the reason that is because if you can grip things and help yourself stand up and move around, and you have the strength in your hips to get up out of a chair, off of the toilet, out of bed, and move yourself around, then you are more likely to stay independent. And now, hopefully, assisted living is a long way for all of us, but we want to continue pushing the idea of that further and further down the track. Hopefully, we don't ever even need to go to that option by strengthening our grip and strengthening our hips, both of which we are working in today's workout. Now, today's workout, we are putting 12 minutes on the clock, and as many times as possible with perfect form. We are going to do 10 deadlifts, 8 power cleans, and 6 sit-ups. Stay tuned for that 5-minute warm-up that's going to get us ready. Then we're going to practice the movements so that no matter what you're using for your weighted object, you know how to use it with correct form. Then we'll do our 12-minute high-intensity interval workout, followed by a relaxing 5-minute stretch. Let's get started. Today's warm-up is going to be 4 sets of 45 seconds of movement, followed by 4 more sets of 30 seconds of movement. All you need to do is follow along. Our first exercise starts out with a squat. So we're setting our feet shoulder width apart, sitting back into our squat, and then we're going to stand up and lift a knee. Then we're squatting again, and we're going to stand and lift the opposite knee. Keep moving here, squatting back, and then lifting a knee, squatting again, and lifting the other knee. Good. We've got 25 more seconds here. Squat, lift a knee, squat, and lift the opposite knee. We're keeping our feet flat as we squat, and we're pulling that knee up, getting that nice stretch through our hips, through our glutes, and through our lower back. Good. Give me one more squat and knee lift, and then we're going to go to a lunge and a twist. So we're stepping back into a lunge. If we can set that back knee down, that's great, but don't worry if you can't. And then we're gently twisting in the direction of our front knee. Now we're standing back up and switching that. Stepping the other foot back into a lunge. This time I'm gonna keep my back knee up, and then we're twisting gently in the direction of that front knee. Let's keep going. So we're lunging back. Again, optional to touch that back knee down, twisting, forward again, standing up, stepping back, twisting, coming back to the front and up. We've just got 10 more seconds here. Good, let's get one more lunge and twist in, and then we're going to our floor to ceiling exercise. So we're going back to our squat stance. Now we're squatting down, touching the floor with our hands, and then reaching up as if we're trying to touch the ceiling. So squatting down and then really reaching up, getting a big stretch through our shoulders, touching the floor and then reaching up as if we were going to touch the ceiling. And we've got 25 more seconds here. Let's keep squatting nice and low, dropping those hips down, and then big stretch up, touching the ceiling. Pushing our knees out every time we squat, and a big stretch up through our hands, stretching out our shoulders each time we reach up. Give me one more, and then we're going to move on to our triangle stretch, which stretches out our hamstrings. So we're staggering our feet, making a triangle out of our legs. Now we're hinging from our hips, reaching down as if trying to touch our shoelaces, and we should feel this stretch in the back of that front leg. Now we're standing up, and we are going to keep alternating that movement. So legs are almost straight, we're hinging down, and then standing up and switching out our triangle. So we're not hanging out here the entire time in that stretch. We're keeping it moving, just getting a little dynamic stretch here in our hamstrings, in the backs of our legs. Good, keep going. And then we're gonna get a little bit more aerobic. We're gonna go a leg curl with reach. So standing here, we're bending our knees, bringing our heels back toward our butts for a leg curl. And then as you curl that leg, I want you to reach with the same arm. So now we're into our 30-second intervals. We won't be here for much longer. 12 more seconds as we do our leg curl and reach. Good, keep going. After this, we're gonna go to 30 seconds of squat plus a hop. So let's set our feet shoulder width. We're sitting back to that squat, but now as we stand up, we're getting a little hop. So again, sitting back to that squat, hop, and let's keep going here. We're gonna need this explosive hip movement for our power cleans today. So we wanna get that movement warmed up. Standing up out of that squat, squeezing our butts to get that little hop motion. And now for our next 30-second interval, we're gonna go back to our leg curl and reach. So we know this movement is exactly what we did earlier. We're just gonna get 30 more seconds of our leg curl and reach. Think about getting that blood pumping, our heart going. We're breathing, taking nice deep breaths here as we get our bodies warmed up, ready to strength train today. Give me 5 more seconds here. And then we'll be ending again with our squat plus hop. That same thing we just did, sitting back to our squat and getting a little hop at the top. Good. Sitting back on the heels, keeping our chests up as we squat. 15 more seconds here. Squeezing our butt muscles as we get that little hop. And we're almost there. This should get those leg muscles really warm, really burning. And that'll do it for our 5-minute warm-up. Now let's practice the movements that we're going to do in today's workout. We're starting out today with our deadlift movement. Remember, a deadlift is whenever you bend, keeping your back flat and your knees back, and you pick up a weight from the ground to standing, keeping your arms straight and that object hanging down in your arms. The possibilities of items that you can use for weight in a deadlift are endless. Today, I am going to be using this bag of garden soil. Other objects that I've used in the past are paint cans, canvas grocery bags that have a bunch of cans from the pantry, cat litter, dog food, canvas bags with books in them, holding the books themselves. I mean, literally just go through your house and anything that has weight, you could be like, yep, that's what I'm using for today's workout. Also remember that you can deadlift with one weighted item or two weighted items. If you have one weighted item, like this bag of garden soil, you're gonna put it between your feet and keeping your back flat, sending your butt back, bending your knees, but keeping your knees back, grabbing that weighted object, and then standing. Now, if you have two weighted objects, you would hold one object in each hand, and now those objects are to the outside of your body, but the exact same principles apply. So grab your weighted object and let's practice. So we have our abs pulled in strong. We're bracing our backs so that as we hinge over, our back remains neutral. So our back is in the exact same shape when we're standing up as it is when we're bent over. We're pulling our ab muscles in strong. Our ab muscles are our back brace. Let's hinge over, grab our weighted object, and let's do 5 reps here. Go ahead, squeeze your butt to stand up, hinging down, bending the knees. Now remember, our weighted objects can touch the ground if we can do that, maintaining our good form. But if we can't, if our backs start to round off when we get that object close to the floor, then you're not going to actually put that object on the floor. You're only going as low as you can, keeping your shins vertical and your back locked in that neutral position. Moving on to power cleans. Today, I am using books for my power cleans. I'm going to hold one in each hand. You can do the same thing with 2 different objects, maybe holding books, cans from your pantry, and of course you can always do this movement with dumbbells or kettlebells. With 2 objects, the objects are going to be to the outside of our legs, just like they were with the deadlift, and then they'll come up 1 object on each shoulder. But we can still do our power clean even if we only have 1 weighted object. Let's say we're using a heavy cast iron skillet. Now we've got that weighted object in one hand, we're hinging down, we're doing our power clean, and you'll do half of the reps on one side, so 4 power cleans, and then you'll switch arms and do the other half of the reps, 4 more power cleans on the other side. We did those squat jumps in the warm-up because our power clean is a dynamic movement where we take our weighted object from the floor or about mid-shin and we jump it up to shoulder height. Let's start out practicing with that object in our hands, arms straight. What I want you to do is just hinge here from your hips and bend your knees, and then I want you to jump and shrug. Just that small movement. Do that with me 5 times. Hinge, squeeze your butt and shrug your shoulders. Hinge, squeeze, shrug. Good. Keep going. So this is that middle part, that foundation of our power clean. This jump and shrug movement is what makes a power clean different than simply doing a squat and a bicep curl. A power clean is dynamic. So let's make that movement a little bit bigger. Instead of just hinging, I want you to squat down until your weighted object is either at the floor or at mid-shin, whichever you can best do with your abs in strong and your back neutral. Now we're going to stand, jump, and shrug. So again, it's just that small dynamic movement. Again, squat down, stand, jump, shrug. Good. We're gonna do 3 more. Squat, stand, jump, shrug. Good. And again, last time. Good. So that dynamic movement is what gets that weighted object beginning to move up toward our shoulders. To finish the power clean, all we have to do is follow through by bending our elbows and bringing that weighted object up to our shoulders. Let's try the whole movement. Squat down, and then stand, jump, shrug. Did you get it? Let's do 2 more. All the way down, stand, jump, shrug. Last one here. Stand, jump, shrug. Good. That's our power clean. For our sit-ups, you're going to want to put something behind you that will cushion your lower back as you do your sit-ups. I have this fancy thing called an ab mat, but if you don't have an ab mat, you can use a towel folded up, a sweatshirt, anything that's just going to provide a little bit of cushioning for your lumbar spine. So let's start out with the knees bent and up toward the ceiling, and we'll lie back, letting our shoulders touch the floor, tapping the floor with our hands, squeezing our ab muscles to sit up. Give me 4 more. Good. We're making sure that our butts stay down in the floor the entire time. Last one here. Okay, we can do different things with our legs. Let's try 3 more sit-ups with our legs out in a butterfly like this. All the other same principles apply. Sitting back, squeezing our abs to sit up, keeping our butts down in the floor the entire time, Excellent. The last way we can have our legs is with our legs out straight. We call this the pike position. Everything else is the same. Let's get 3 sit-ups here. Last one. So those are your 3 options for the leg positions when you do your sit-ups. Feel free to mix it up as you're doing the workout. Make sure you have the appropriate weighted objects for you. Something that is safe, that's not going to fall apart as you're working out, and something that you can lift with good form. Once you have everything set up, we're about to get started. And we're starting in 10 seconds. Let's do this first round all together to make sure that our form is on point. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. 10 deadlift. So we're keeping our abs in strong. We're squeezing our butts as we stand up. We're keeping our shoulders pulled down and back. Our knees stay back. We're thinking about using our hamstrings, squeezing our butts as we stand up, letting our leg muscles do that work. Next up is our 8 power cleans. We're either doing one object 4 times on one side, 4 on the other, or we're grabbing our 2 objects and we're jumping up, doing our 8 power cleans all together. Remember that this movement is dynamic, so we're using that jump and shrug to power our movements, to power our objects, up toward our shoulder. Each time, jump, shrug, really using the power of our hips. Good. And after this is our 6 sit-ups. We're adopting whichever leg position we prefer, and we're doing those 6 sit-ups, keeping our butts on the floor the entire time. Good. Now, keeping that perfect form in mind, go ahead and speed up a little bit if you would like, but always keeping form in mind. Form is number 1, speed can come second. Here we go.
Yeah. I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. I know this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not old.
As we do this weightlifting workout with odd objects from around the house, they might be a little bit more challenging to hang on to, and they might be shaped in ways that we're not used to using as workout equipment. And that's okay. That just means that we have to focus in on our form. And that means pulling our ab muscles in strong, squeezing our butt muscles to power the movement of the deadlift and the power clean.
Stop till the end, no. Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, yeah, thinking that
Remember that you can take a break anytime you need to. If you feel like your core muscles are starting to get fatigued and they're not able to stabilize your back the way you know you need to, then take a break, grab a sip of water, and jump back in this workout as soon as you can.
they call incessantly, then want some more job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting it. I'm a forgotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fall, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she holding shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping.
The key to really getting the most bang for your buck out of this power clean, especially when we're using household items that are a little bit on the lighter side, is getting that jump out of your squat. So making sure each time to jump and shrug, getting a dynamic movement to pop those weights up to our shoulders. You got it, you're doing great, keep going.
I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my
And we have just 5 minutes left in this workout. We are already past halfway. Let's keep focusing on that form. But if you feel like you've got that form down, go ahead and pick up the speed just a little bit. We want to make sure that we're also burning calories in addition to strengthening and toning these muscles. Keep going.
You don't daringly, they say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing. They tell me all the same, told me I won't make a name. But it's not about the fame, it's about keeping me sane. So I stay within my lane, feel my blood pump through my veins. Feel adrenaline, no pain. Welcome all to my domain. Yeah. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you.
We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this workout. You are doing awesome. We're squeezing those glute muscles. We're strengthening those hamstrings. We're strengthening our core muscles. We are doing this workout to the best of our abilities. Let's keep it up. Come on, you're doing an awesome job. Keep going.
Yeah. Here, let me break it down. Yeah, I'm gonna make it now. Give me some time and you'll see me up on stage somehow. I'm working every day, I'm working hella late. I'm working cause it's worth it. Once you make it, then you play. I'm never slowing down, I'm gonna own this town. Live by the saying that your time is lost but never found. Let's go another round, make them give up the crown. Nah, I ain't playing, man, I'll take it, so just give it now. Yeah, I'm gonna work hard, play hard. Yeah, I play my first card, ace hard. Yeah, they know I play smart, play hard. We don't have the same star, we don't have the same cards. Yeah, it's not the hand that you dealt. Nah, it's how you prove it to yourself. Nah, you don't need any wealth. Gotta live your life, work hard and excel. Yeah, don't be looking for their help. Look inside of yourself for the wealth. Keep your mind and your body in good health. And keep working for nobody but yourself. Yeah, you can make it one day. Don't be listening what anybody say. They got their own state of mind, okay. Most of the time they won't help anything. Keep my head down. I ain't gonna stop now. Got no time to have doubts. I'm gonna make it somehow. I'm gonna keep my head down. I ain't gonna stop now. Got no time to have doubts. I'm gonna make it somehow. I'm gonna keep my head down.
And as we approach that home stretch on this workout, I need you to continue keeping form first. And if you can push that pace just a little bit more, I want you to do that as well. But don't push that pace so much that you sacrifice form. Form is always number one.
I'm gonna fight till I make it, yeah. Yeah, I'll be okay. Oh, I'll be okay. I'm gonna fight, never giving up. Yeah, I'll be okay. Oh, I'll be okay. Cause I know just what I'm capable of. You can leave if that's not enough. I believe in never giving up. I don't need someone to help me up. Yeah, I work harder than the rest, smarter than the best. Every day is a test, but I stay obsessed. Maintain progress, keep away from the stress, cause I want nothing less, yeah. I keep moving on, every single day is another gone. Every single day write another song, so one day I'll play with the best is on. Okay, I know my path, not just an artist, I'm doing math. Not just charting, I have to add, cause I'm not just an art kid, I'm a brand. So I'm working hard, thinking smart, taking action with passion and using heart. Getting traction, reactions are just a start. No distractions, attract them to your heart, yeah. I ain't gonna stop now. Got no time to have doubts. I'm gonna make it somehow. I'm gonna keep my head down. I ain't gonna stop.
Time is up. Excellent job. And that'll do it for the high intensity part of our workout. But stick around, we have a quick 5-minute stretch starting right now. All right, and you have earned the stretch today. We are starting out in our lizard stretch position. So we're going to take our left foot forward and we're stepping our right knee back. We're making sure that that front left knee is directly over our ankle. Our back knee is on the floor, toes are away, back knee relaxed. Now we've got both hands to the inside of our foot, and if we're already feeling a big stretch here through our hips, then we can stay exactly how we are, supported up here on our hands. But if we need a deeper stretch, we can drop ourselves down onto our forearms if that feels good. Again, if it doesn't, feel free to come back up to straight arms. We should be feeling this stretch all throughout our hips, in our glutes, maybe even in our hamstrings. We're pushing that front left knee out to the side. So we don't want it caving in. We want it either pushed out or just directly stacked over our ankle. We're just gonna be here for another 10 seconds. Let's enjoy a big deep breath here. Good, and then we are just gonna switch sides to the other side of our lizard stretch. So we're stepping our right foot forward, stacking that right foot directly over our right knee, pushing that right knee out to the side. And again, we can stay with straight arms, both hands to the inside of our front foot, or if we'd like that deeper stretch, we can come all the way down onto our forearms. We're doing whatever feels best for our bodies today. We're breathing here, we're enjoying this cool down here. this nice 5-minute stretch. It's always nice to give ourselves time to relax, to feel proud about our workout, and just to stretch here at the end. We're gonna stay here in this lizard stretch for 15 more seconds. Excellent. And so then from here, we're coming and stepping our right foot back. We're lying down all the way onto our stomachs. We're coming to either our Sphinx or our seal pose. So this is a stretch for our abs. I like to start out in Sphinx, which is here where I'm supporting myself on my elbows. I'm letting my back and my butt muscles completely relax. If you feel a stretch here through your abs, awesome. If you need a more intense stretch, we can take our hands to the floor and push ourselves all the way up to our seal position. Again, we should be able to relax our backs, relax our butts, and just get that nice stretch through our core muscles that worked so hard in our sit-ups today. Let's breathe here wherever we are, either our seal or our Sphinx. We're lifting through our chest, we're lifting through the tops of our heads. Excellent, and let's release that, come all the way back down onto our stomachs. And then from here, we're pressing ourselves up to all fours and just bringing ourselves around to a seated position. We're going to end today's stretch with a seated straddle. And this is gonna be a longer stretch today. So we've got our legs out to the side in our seated straddle. Now for some of us, this is a very difficult position. We might need to take our hands behind us to even keep ourselves sitting up. If that's you, no problem. Just come here, relax the legs, and do the best that you can. But if you're able to hinge forward from your hips and walk your hands forward, really getting that stretch through the inner thighs here and through the backs of your legs, then feel free to hinge forward as far as you can. In this seated straddle pose, we can let our backs round off. We can let our head and neck relax down, letting our torso relax, just sinking down toward the floor. We're gonna spend one more full minute here in our seated straddle. Remember, this is not a contest. So if yours doesn't look like mine, that is okay. Wherever you get the best stretch through the inner thighs, through the backs of the legs, then that's where you need to be. 45 more seconds here in this pose, and then we are finished. Let's take some deep breaths. I'm just gonna let you enjoy the last 30 seconds of this seated straddle in silence. Excellent job. And then let's ease ourselves back up out of that seated straddle. We can bring our legs into wherever we're comfortable. And that will do it for our workout today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have realized that you are not limited to buying expensive workout equipment if you want to weight train. The possibilities for things that you can use around your house as weighted objects is limitless. So next time you see a so pumped workout that you really want to do, but maybe you're not sure because it has some sort of weightlifting movement, you know that you can still do it, whether you have fancy real workout equipment or whether you grab something from around the house and use that. We can all get an awesome at-home workout with So Pumped Fitness. I'll see you next time.